Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Tell me, Henry. Tell them, and I'll stand by you forever.
187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the Army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
Second floor, apartment 6, in the back.
Thanks. Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with this?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead. Phelps?
Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I took a look?
Be my guest. Take a closer look at her head and neck.
I'm sorry, but this is the work from my professional opinion and through my experience. As a lead investigator, we can conclude that this is clearly the work of Darren Sharper and or Bill Cosby, perhaps a copycat of sorts. There's just random pills sitting on the floor in the bathroom. Welcome back to LA Noire. This mission's gonna be long as fuck. It's gonna be over an hour probably. I don't wanna hear it. Alright, I edit out as much as I can of nonsense. But let us continue in our, you know what I'm saying, in the case. And damn, her neck is purple and stuff. They destroyed her.
The neck is bruised pretty badly.
They didn't even touch her face though. Really? I mean her neck, but not her face. Ugh.
Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
Okay, can we check her other arm? She had a ring on.
Very unusual ring.
Could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
The morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
Is it her in these photos?
Come on, man. He know damn well he need to go ahead and take the rest off the top, fam. Alright.
Pretty girl like that? Maybe she was having trouble with some boys, huh?
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
Yo, that's a different level of money. When you got a smoking jacket or like the $2,000 driving shoes, bruh. Just left pills all over the place.
Looks like barbiturates.
They're there.
Yeah, what's up with Cole's hands? Looked like he had an infection on his hand or something. In his palm.
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing? We should speak to a doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
She got pills all over the. She got pills on pills on pills, yo. We checked everything over here. Okay. All right. He told us to go outside and see if we can check for some syringes or something. He probably meant outside the room, not outside the building.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
She ain't nothing but an Instagram hoe. Can we take the picture out? What was the point? Okay. There's probably going to be a note on the back of one of these photos here.
There's been a modeling assignment.
All right, let's see if there's a note on this one. There we go.
It's a place to start.
What's his name? Diazine? Diazines? Dude looked like his name was Diaz-Ines.
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Damn it, bro. Something on my shoulder, fam. I feel like a crackhead. My shit just itching. Any more messages we should know about? No, there are not. Okay. So we got at least one note on one of the photos. It looks like somebody we know. We can ask them some questions. And there we go. Now, as for you, ma'am, is there anything here? There is not. Let's go ahead and investigate, ask some questions.
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact.
Let's start with the bottom question.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Did you see his face? Just by his face, I'm going to think it's either lie or doubt. We're going to completely eliminate truth out of this equation. Now, I don't have any evidence. Let me look at my notebook. So, bitch, we know you lying. We know you lying, bitch! I'm sorry for that outburst. But I'm not really. Yeah, I don't have any evidence. We're going to go with doubt.
Mrs. Reynoldson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Perfect. All right, let's go with this question.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Well, then what's up with that jacket we saw back there? Nah, man, bitch, you lying. But she got a jacket, and then not only that, but that photo had a letter on the back. Let's go with lie.
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
Only I punch tables, bitch. Yeah, that's not your job. What about that smoking jacket, though? The photo, I don't know. No, that was... Yeah, I'm going to go with the jacket. Because he said nobody under 45 would even wear that jacket. I think it's a men's jacket, too. See?
Who owns the smoking jacket?
I wouldn't like to tell tales, you understand. That's Mr. Henderson's. An older man, very distinguished looking. He seemed very much in love with her.
Where would we find him?
I'm sorry. I don't know. He said he lives in San Francisco.
Yeah, so he caping Captain Save-A-Ho is what you're saying.
Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Is there a reason that there was pills sprinkled all over the house? So, She's not looking at me.
What are you hiding here, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia was obviously disturbed about something.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Man, she had prescriptions for like 2 different pills. Well, see, look, she had this and this. Trouble sleeping, depression. Bow! See, I almost missed it because I was going to pick the bottom one. Sleeping pills.
She was taking barbiturates. She couldn't sleep. You must have seen them in her room.
You've seen the pill box, the things she hid in there. I don't know how she supported herself. Always new clothes and jewelry. She lived like a movie star. A princess. Does modeling really pay that well?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldson. You've been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
Uh-huh. She was on there selling ass on the Backpage website.
Mal will be pleased.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another.
I think our work is done here.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning. How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
You ain't got no reason to lie to me. You looking straight at me. She ain't work for you no more. I believe you. We're gonna go with truth.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather? These gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look? That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you. How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Okay. It's rare that we get 2 times in a row where somebody's telling the truth. But yeah, I mean, look at that. Come on, she got to be telling the truth.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
So he was smashing that for years, is what you said. Okay, let's keep on going.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
She had the same exact face as the first question, so she gotta be telling the truth. Either that, I'm about to play myself if I'm wrong. But I think I'm right. I think.
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Bitch, you just had to put the pinky ring all in the middle of the cutscene. That shit was so unnecessary. That thing was huge, man. Bitch, put your hand down. Let's go to the next scene.
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
Well, then you prescribe her some, weird
Julia
medication.
Randall has been your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, Detective? Do you have access to my patient records?
No, but on the, what was it? These? There you go. We had a prescription and we had a date. I think that's the one.
Your prescriptions contradict you, Doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know. She was jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine.
It's not illegal, Detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
Well, we caught him once. Usually when they lie once, they're pretty much gonna lie every time. You might get one truth out of them.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
That's why he prescribed it. That's why he prescribed that shit. Look at you. You're a terrible liar. I don't know if I got nothing in my book that'll say otherwise. Excuse me, but I know you lying.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
You lying sack of shit.
Let me guess. Hiding from the wife? You think talk is cheap, try hiring a lawyer.
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 cigarettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
Chest.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
Bro, I can't hear. Oh, my headset. I can't hear.
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck-on-the-shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite.
Answer the question.
This will remain private. Heather won't have to know. Yes. We had relations.
So you was hitting that ass. Hold up, my sound. Okay.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
My bad. I'm sorry. I'm in a little bit of a situation. Okay, good. Let me re-ask him that. I didn't get that.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
I mean, you just said you was smashing that.
Henry, I don't like when people lie to me. She was seeing a man named Henderson. You know who I'm talking about.
Easy on, detective. I may have heard of Henderson, but I don't know his full name. I think he's from New York or someplace back east.
I mean, the housekeeper said.
That's funny. Julia told her cleaning lady that he lived in San Francisco.
Okay, you got me. I don't know where he's from. Julia wanted money. She always wanted money. She thought she could get something from this guy.
She was wearing a distinctive engagement ring. You think she might have convinced him to buy it for her?
Maybe he did, yeah. Maybe he and Julia were getting serious.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julia Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Well, once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. The Fighting Sixth.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
He's in that car at the lights.
Alright, I'm warning you. Last time we John looted, it might happen again. Alright, so I'm letting you know. Alright, there we go. I'm just trying to make sure we use the lights this time.
Warm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
Yeah, because I am a war hero. Oh!
Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive.
I'm gone! Oh, God!
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Dude said he was in the Marines, not knowing that Cole was in probably the exact unit that he just said. Probably shouldn't have went, but I had to. I didn't want to get left behind. Can you get a green light, please? Oh! Oh! Yo! Stay back, stay back. Get out my man right here is way. My bad, bro. All right, is he making the right? He is.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
All right. Oh my goodness. Come on. All right, there we go. We got the green light. It's almost about that time for me to eat lunch. I'm gonna probably record another one of these, and then I'm gonna probably get off for the day. It's Friday. It's April Fool's. Y'all ain't gonna see this till the next day, so. Yeah, man. Easy, man. I'm going. Alright, let's see where he's gonna take us. I gotta go.
Whoa, back off before we get made.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
Going, bruh. We're running the light. Yeah, because that's exactly where Cole and all his other guys were. And I think Cole was the captain, right? Well, he was the captain. There's a difference between the captain and the captain. I think he was the captain. Captain Cole. I feel like he's going to make the left here. He got a turn signal on? He does not. I'm going anyway. They do give you some nice little. There we go.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him. See how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Where is he? Is that him over there? All right, we're going to stay on this side of the street. We just gonna stick close. They gave us 2 stealth sequences in a row. It's kind of weird. Where'd he go? Alright. Is that him on the corner? Oh, he's crossing the street now. Yo, he ain't see me? He don't see me now, though. I'm gonna wait. I want to see if he's coming straight down this way or if he's gonna turn. Alright, that answers my question. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cross the street here and follow him on the opposite side. I feel like that gives us a little bit more, a little bit better positioning. Makes it harder for him to see us. I don't know why that thing is flashing. I see him right there on my screen perfectly. I'm right next to the dude. Alright, he's turning now. Now we gotta go. Where on earth did he go? Oh.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over. The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
Come on, let's give him a hand. Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Dude right here? Oh. Man, this cop is slower than me. Let's go ahead and make this turn down here. God damn, that motherfucker running fast as hell. You see him? Oh, they shooting now. They shooting now. Wait a minute. Really? It's a damn shame. Look like they done knocked my hat off. Wait for this guy here. Damn it. I'm gonna peek your head out the shell.
Step on.
He gone, baby. What about this guy here? They moving up.
Give me some cover.
We reckless. Might need cover, baby.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. They nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
We caught up with Mal. He's given us the dope on LeBlanc. He worked burglaries with a big guy, goes by the name of Willie. He might be our killer. Can you work boxing gyms, the Y, promoters, that kind of stuff?
Since when have you started giving orders, Phelps? And where's the burglary angle? There was no sign of a...
That's where our net comes in. Next stop, we speak to Lacey about a list of recent burglaries.
Guy's a bum. His office is a front, and he's behind on the rent and his phone bill.
And he's skipping town tomorrow.
Let's get him in and beat it out of him.
Do you want to bring in the killer, Rusty?
You could be too smart for your own good, Phelps. We've been talking about that, haven't we, Roy? Stefan?
Finbar? Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on there?
They want to make homicide. You know he's got it made if you can get to that part.
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud. Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
How's the LAPD up to these days? That's right. You're going to release me now? That's correct. You really think I'm going to squeal? That's correct.
Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
How long is this going to take?
Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pill box.
Nice house.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, Detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are, making heinous accusations in my own home?
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied? My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
That terrible night, at least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife. I returned home and all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eavestrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You have only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother. Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiance really is.
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
Don't kill him, Cole. This guy's our case.
Go on,
Put your hands.
Now, I don't know who this is, but it looked like he knocked dude in the kitchen out. Savage. All right, Cole, you know the drill. Did he go up?
Give it up, LAPD.
Oh, man, just shoot him off the ledge. You got this, Cole. You got... Oh! Oh, shit! My hat! My hat! My hat! Damn!
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming round, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry?
What do we have here, sir? Oh, looks like you was trying to leave town, sir.
Vacheron Constantine. That's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
A graduation present from my parents.
Must be nice.
You told Heather you're honeymooning without her?
His wife is a sucker. No, we got everything. Let's have a little chat.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and the Blanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
You're in the fashion business, and you want to explain to us why you took that damn cigarette case to the pawn shop, huh?
You're lying, Henry.
How can you prove that I'm involved, detective?
You look like Red off of Friday with your eye look like. With your eye looking like that, bruh. This one here.
Because you pawned a Fabergé cigarette case today for $600. A case that is on a list of stolen items.
It was Julia's idea. Get a list of society parties, and find out where and when, and then have the guests burgled. Julia was desperate for money. No matter how much we made, she always wanted more.
Telling on a dead woman. Hope you're proud of yourself.
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was going to marry Heather if she'd have me. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was going to create a new gang.
You're lying, Arnett. I think you ordered them to kill her. It was made to look like suicide, and when the coroner saw through that, you knew it was time to run.
I told you I was involved in the burglaries. I had nothing to do with Julia's death. Why would I need to run?
I mean, you don't want to buy the plane ticket and then told your wife or whatever that she was going to a honeymoon without her. That's all I'm saying.
Have you told Miss Swanson that you're leaving for Mexico City tomorrow night? That it's a one-way ticket?
Henry? Tell me it isn't true.
I had no choice. I wanted to marry Heather. I told Julia I wanted out, and she laughed in my face. I had to pay Willie and Jimmy a fortune to do her, and now I'm completely broke.
What you are, Buster, is under arrest.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Tell me about your first burglary, and don't lie.
I can't remember. I don't keep a list of these things.
Well, we do at the police station. Tell me, Henry. Tell them, and I'll stand by you forever in the sun. You goofy bitch.
Your first burglary was a Dr. Harold Stoneman. You want to explain how he is involved, or shall I?
Henderson is Stoneman. He was crazy about Julia. She could get him to do whatever she wished. He threw the parties, and we arranged the burglaries. Julia never let him touch her. She just kept him hanging on the promise. Drove the good doctor almost insane.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes. Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett, and tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in. I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. Do you know that I loved her? I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
The practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key. What have I done?
Didn't see that coming.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this, kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find the game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this side of the street.
A harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him to bolt on us.
Yo. He jumped out the window in cringe. Motherfucker, cringe. Alright, what we doing? I hear a harmonica.
He wouldn't be that way.
But this harmonica, though. Yep.
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
Oh, shit. He wasn't even that big, though. I thought that dude was gonna be, like, ginormous. He looked about the same size as these dudes. Maybe a little taller, maybe. So, yeah, I just followed the sound of the harmonica. There you go. I tried to shoot him off the ledge. Come on. We're probably gonna have to shoot. We're gonna probably have to kill him anyway, so why don't we just do it now? Kill his ass. He went up. Come on. All the way up, huh? Oh, now he up here? Damn, this dude, he must have really been an athlete, because I can't even see him. Where'd he go?
Hold it. He's got to be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings. There he is. Waste the son of a bitch.
There's a trophy you can get. He can still climb. I'm trying to shoot all these trophies off, these letters off. Shot him right in his head.
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Julia had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
Well, once again, excellence was achieved. This mission was long as shit. 16 out of 16 on both the clues and the questions. And I'm out of here. I'm going to see you on the next episode of LA Noire. Bye.
We're being overrun. We have to get off of this hill.
That's one of our 50 cal still firing, Cole. The 22nd are still fighting.
It's over, Cole. Looks like you're one of the lucky ones.
goodbye to your friend Hank, Jack.
He was your friend too, Cole. Is this how you're going to leave him? Are you wounded?
Not a scratch, Kelso.
Well, get up and get out of that fucking hole! Find a stretcher while you're at it so we can get him out of here.
Who's the senior officer here?
I guess that's you, Cole.
You were up here all night?
Yes, sir.
And your command?
Gone, sir.
Sorry to hear that, son. God damn it, we have beaten these bastards back. It's the beginning of the end, and it was one here. You're a goddamn hero, son. What's your name?
Lieutenant Phelps, sir.
I'm recommending you for the Silver Star and promoting you to First Lieutenant.